When I drive, I'm in love, I'm alive. Oh my god, hey! Welcome back to my... I can't say welcome back to my kingdom of stage isolation. I'm in a car. That doesn't make any sense at all whatsoever. I have escaped my kingdom of stagey isolation once again. It cannot hold me. I am too theatrical. We are on our way to Cirencester to go to the Barn Theatre for the very first time to go and see their revival of the Stephen Sondheim review, Marry Me a Little, with Rob Houchen and Celinde Schoenmaker. Oh my god, the turbulence in this vehicle is ridiculous. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take. We're about 3.5 hours early currently. I've seen one of the transfers that the Barn has done before. I saw one of their transfer shows to London, and I saw one of their productions live streamed early during lockdown, but I've never actually been to the venue. I'm really excited to go and visit it for the first time. I love seeing new theatres, especially during this time. It seems crazy to be going to a new theatre during this time when so few are open. I'm really excited. Also, this is my first press night invitation to go and review something that I have had in ages, and that's something I definitely didn't think would come back for a long time. So to be able to do that again, right now with everything going on, is super awesome as well. Marry me a little, did I like the show? If you watch this vlog, you'll know. I also keep bashing my microphone on this windshield. Vlogging in a car is more challenging than I had previously realised, you guys. Like... Safety first. Wave to the truck drivers. This is the glamour of a theatre opening night. Oh god. Well, I'm very COVID safe. Oh god, it's over the belt. This could not have gone worse. Look, I don't need a face mask. Oh my god, hey! We literally just got out of the Barn Theatre where the performance of Marry Me a Little just finished its press night. It was an amazing show, so I'm just gonna hang out under this light so you can see me slightly better. It was an amazing show. We had a really great time. Both Rob and Celinde are such amazing performers. The vocals were insane. I saw a bunch of other bloggers there who I haven't seen in months, and it was a really exciting time. I will tell you more about it when I am back in my kingdom of stagey isolation with slightly better lighting. Oh my god, hey! Welcome back to my kingdom of stagey isolation. Well, I've already done this. It is the day after press night where I went to go and see Marry Me a Little at the Barn Theatre in Cirencester. We drove all the way there, we saw the show, we drove all the way back. The drive each way was like twice the length of the show itself, but that was fine. Totally worth it. So first I want to talk about how exciting it was to just get to go to a press night. That was really cool. It was awesome when the invitation came through in my emails. Thank you, Aaron at the Barn Theatre. This is something I'd started doing a lot more in like February and March of this year, right before lockdown happened. And I was really worried when all the theatres locked down. I was like, everyone's going to forget who I am. No one's going to invite me to their press nights anymore. So it was lovely to know that people know that I still exist and that people care about me coming to see their show and writing about it. I'll never get over that. That's such a really cool concept to me. Anytime someone gives me free theatre tickets, I'm very happy. I'm not going to say I spent months planning what I was going to be wearing to the first press night back, but like, you know, I had time to kill. We all did, let's be real. Some people learn new languages, new skills. I just mood boarded an outfit. And the look I came up with, I'm incredibly happy with. I have this hat that matches this coat that always makes me feel like I'm Carmen Sandiego. And then with this and the mask and the color blocking, it's just, you know, it just felt right. There was another blogger who messaged me that they were going to be there. And they said, hopefully I'll see you, it's a really small auditorium. I said, yeah, look for the guy in the very ostentatious hat. And I went to speak to him when I got there, and he said, I was looking for hats and I didn't see any, and then I walked in and he was like, oh yeah, that's a hat. But I had a great time. I saw a bunch of people. I saw my friend Sean, who was there. I saw a couple of UK theatre celebrities, and everyone was just really excited to be there. It was this really cool atmosphere, this really cool vibe. The theatre is one I've never been to before, but it's this incredibly cool space in this really like villagey area in Cirencester, which is a place I've never been to. It's this old building on the outside that's so cool and modern on the inside. The social distancing was on point. I got to put my forehead on a temperature scanning thing, and I actually got to see the temperature, which was novel, because mostly I've just been shot in the head and people don't tell me. So it came up, I think it was like 36.8. And then I was like, cool, is that good? Is that a good temperature? And then the lady paused and she said, well, it's normal. And I still don't know what that means. Is it not good? There was hand sanitizer. People wore masks throughout. I didn't see a single person taking off their mask. It's worth saying they weren't selling food and drink at the venue. They did the thing as well where the rows were slightly spaced out, but they had people near to each other side to side by putting perspex screens in between, which I think is really cool. And it's surprisingly easy to just tune them out and you don't really notice them when you're watching a show. I think that's a really clever way for small theatres to be able to still have a decent audience size. So the show itself, Marry Me a Little. It's a two-person show and it's kind of a review. It doesn't really have a strong plot. It's made up of Stephen Sondheim songs from other musicals. It's kind of like a jukebox show for musical theatre songs written by Stephen Sondheim. If you don't know who Sondheim is, he wrote Company, he wrote Sweeney Todd, he wrote Into the Woods, he wrote Little Night Music, he wrote the lyrics to Gypsy and West Side Story. He is my favourite musical theatre composer of all time. What he's more known for is being an incredible lyricist. There have been a few different shows that are just made up of existing songs of his, just like in a cabaret evening, shows like Side by Sondheim, Sondheim on Sondheim, Putting It Together. This one is particularly interesting. It was created in 1980 and it uses what are called trunk songs, which is songs that he wrote and then got cut from shows, songs that got discarded, or earlier drafts of songs. One of the songs that Rob Houchen sings in this show, you notice, became Being Alive in a later version, and it has some of the same lyrics in a different rhythm. Other songs were written for the London production of Follies, or one that was written originally for Company and then taken out and then got put back in. There were some cut songs from Little Night Music as well. There were some cut songs that became the overtures for different shows. If you're a Sondheim fan at all or a musical theatre nerd, it's really interesting listening to each song and thinking, oh, that became this, or oh, that got used in a movie later, and there's so much history there because he's been writing musicals for so many years. My issue with this show is that the plot doesn't really go anywhere. They take these really rich lyrics and these incredible metaphors and narratives in his songs and they make it about just we broke up, we're sad about it, and then we do not get back together. And they spend an hour not getting back together. It starts nowhere and it goes nowhere. That being said, I still really enjoyed the show because of what the barn have managed to do with it. The set design was gorgeous. It was split down the middle. There was a screen at the back that had text messages coming up and photos and a video montage. It was really cool. They had this sofa that was half one sofa, half another sofa. I spent a good amount of time in the middle of the show thinking, how do they actually make that? I got a lot of furniture envy. That's what happens when you turn into an adult and you go to the theatre. You start looking at the onstage furniture. What this show comes down to, though, is Rob Houchen and Celinde Schoenmaker. The two of them are both phenomenal. They're some of the best vocalists in the West End. I've seen Rob in a few things, and I've seen Celinde in Light in the Piazza. I know her as having been a Christine Daae and having been in Les Mis. I had no idea she was such an amazing, jazzy belter as well. Some of the songs she tackles in this, amazing vocal quality, huge, belting, loud and brassy, as well as all of the classical legit stuff. It's insane, these two voices in this show. And they're really good friends in real life as well, which makes the whole thing really sweet to watch. It's also just wildly sexual, but in a Sondheimy way that's clever lyrics that nod to being sexual. But I was just watching the show and thinking, gosh, I never realised how many of Stephen Sondheim's songs are just fancy metaphors for sex. I would recommend this show to anyone who is a Sondheim lover. It's a really important piece of Sondheim history and you're going to get a chance to hear lots of songs you will never have heard before and you will never get a chance to hear anywhere else. Do I think there are better Sondheim songs out there? Yes, but then that's not really the point. I'm also just really excited for the people of Cirencester and the surrounding area that they're getting performances from this calibre of West End performers because of Everyone has very good availability right now because there's not a lot of theatre on in the country. So it's really a coup for this venue and for this area that they've managed to get these two. If you would like to read my full review, see what I thought of the show, you can read that over on my blog at mickeyjoetheatre.co.uk. And if you think you might be interested in going to see Marry Me a Little at the Barn Theatre in Cirencester, head to barntheatre.org.uk to buy tickets. It runs until November 8th. Get them while you can. Go! Enjoy the rapturous vocals. Thank you so much to the Barn Theatre for inviting me to their press night. I can't wait to go back and see some more shows at this exciting venue. Thank you for watching today's video about this show. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe to my channel where there will be more show trips, more reviews coming very soon, as well as a bunch of other stagey content. I hope that everyone is staying safe and that you have a stagey day.
For 10 more seconds, I'm Mickey Joe Theatre. Oh my god, hey, thanks for watching, have a stagey day. Subscribe!